there have been a number of great teams within the Gears of War community, but I gotta say, guys, there's one that really stands out. And that's the team that was assembled with Optic Gaming, and then, of course, now with Energy, and they were even a part of, I think it was Team Tox Gaming, and this team, guys, headed up by who I believe is the greatest player in all of Gears of War history, as in the form of Explosive. This is a guy who has really gone to that next level, and he is really, I believe, a real leader within an esports team, and within Gears of War. I would love to see, other teams really step up to the challenge against this team, because they are just so dominant. I mean, we look at this core between, Summons, Explosive, and Mental, and those three are kind of like the core, and then pretty much the other two players that they have around them, just because of those three, that's why I believe they're the greatest, trio in Gears history. But that being said, I just think that even having two other guys who are good players, they can win. And I've only seen them win probably twice ever. I mean, I remember seeing them lose to Envy once, and then they lost to, was it Denial, or was it, I forget who the other team was that I saw them lose to in a tournament, but man, they are so consistent. It is unbelievable. This is a team, guys, that I believe is going to dominate in Gears 5. I mean, as a whole, they're going to continue dominating Gears 5, and I believe, even moving into the future here, this is just a team that is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I believe one of the greatest esports teams all time. I mean, these guys could be the winningest esports players ever. I mean, and I don't know if there's anyone who can argue it, because they are that good. I know when we look at games like Call of Duty, you look at Crimsix, I believe he's won 33 times, 33 championships. You look at Karma, how many times he's won? He's won 3, world championships. I look at a lot of these different guys, right? And I know Gears of War doesn't have a world championship, and I would love to see that. I would love to see them have a regular season of playoffs and then a championship. Let me know what you guys think about that, if you guys would want to see that. But anyways, I just believe, guys, that this team has the opportunity, the potential. Explosive, Mental, Summons have the potential to be the winningest esports players all time. And I think that they could take it by a wide margin. I mean, they could really continue stacking championships. And I mean, now that they're on Energy, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for these guys. I mean, they're just great. Even from top to bottom, I mean, even look at Ashes, who is their coach. What an incredible coach, man. I mean, just overall, this team is dominant. And I believe that there's other teams out there that could certainly challenge them, maybe for a tournament, maybe, but is there anyone else who's going to step up to the challenge? And that's something that I would love to, the narratives around that. Are we going to see that in the future? That is something that has been I've been wondering about, but I really think it's all headed up by Explosive. The motivation of this guy's unreal. I mean, he is fueled by certain things. When other teams are winning rounds in escalation, he gets fueled by seeing the other team talking shit. You can't teach that. That's something that just comes to you. It's a God-given ability, and he is an absolute force to be reckoned with. I think the team as a whole is dominant, and I believe that they're going to dominate throughout the course of Gears 5, and maybe even into the future, even past that. And that's crazy to say, but I really do believe, guys, it started with Gears of War 4. I mean, really, a lot of people will say that it started with Gears Ultimate Edition, but I think it started with Gears of War 4, moving into Gears 5, and probably into Gears 6, maybe even into Gears 7. I mean, it's so hard to say, but I believe, guys, that the best player ever on Gears of War that I've seen, okay, is without a doubt Explosive. This guy is, because all around, he's won championships, he's a great leader, and on top of all of that, guys, I mean, this guy can slay like no other. I mean, this guy is a very, he can slay, he can be a support. I mean, whatever you need him to do, he can do it. And that's what I think makes him so good. And his trash talk is great too, because he can back it up. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, really, he has done such a phenomenal job, and I'm hoping for nothing but success for them. But this is more of a segment where I want to try to fuel the rest of the Gears community, because it's like, look, these are guys who are on the throne and have been on the throne for a long time. And the other pros in the community, they may have been able to take the throne for one tournament or, for a portion of time. But these guys have been on that throne for so long. Is there any team out there that can dethrone them? And, do they realistically think they can, if they do beat them, are they going to be able to do it consistently? Because that's the biggest thing, is the transitions and the change-ups that you see out of this NRG team, is that if they lose, they figure it out. And then, they move forward and they kind of go from there. And they know that they're better than everyone else. They just got to play like it, and they will win. So that's what's going to be interesting, seeing the up-and-comers in Gears 5. Are we going to see other teams come out that are going to start taking over the scene by storm? That will be something that will be very interesting in the future. But I know with the open events and such, I'm sure there's going to be some dark horse teams that are going to be going through the brackets and getting closer and closer to taking on NRG. I just don't know if anyone can do it at this point, guys. I mean, NRG is so good. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys think is the best and greatest Gears player of all time? Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you guys regarding that. I'm going to go explosive. What say you?